Guys, can you believe that there was behind the vents? I mean, look how thick that is. That is a lot of thick moss. That's unreal, that is. Absolutely unreal. Right then, as you can see, the Mercedes C-Class is covered up in this car cover that I've nicked off my E30, because the amount of effort that has gone into this car, the rain kind of took over. It isn't fully finished yet, but the plan of action today is to take the cover off because it's quite sunny and detail the bonnet. But first you're going to watch what I've done so far that's worked up to the bonnet being, well, the engine bay being cleaned. She has gone through a lot of transformation, as you can tell. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to get changed, put some old clothes on, take the cover off and start detailing the bonnet and recording it. But what you're going to do is watch the process that's actually got us to this point. So yeah, go make yourself a cup of tea, put your feet up and watch as this unfolds. See you all shortly. Yeah, hold it there. Like that, there. No, just... That's it, rest there, okay? Good girl. Why is it off camera? It works, and on camera it really... Oh, look at that, that's nice, that is. It's nice, but it's not nice. Look at all that moss there, look. Oh, that is thick. Oh, that. Come on this side then, baby.
Ew,
look at that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That was not coming out. You got me try? Oh, you got it. That's disgusting. Let's see how much moss is. It's no moss.
Oh, that wasn't that bad, no.
No moss.
No moss on that one.
It's a tiny bit there.
Yeah, a little tiny bit there, yeah, but not a lot. Can you believe that there was behind the vents? I mean, look how thick that is. That is a lot of thick moss. That's unreal, that is. Absolutely unreal. See, I'd like to unscrew all this because I know there's going to be a lot of crap behind there, but I'll see how I do with...
Yeah, let me see.
I'll see how I do clean all this first, and then...
That's disgusting.
I might have to go in there. I might have to take this off though.
Or black? You want to say black?
Right, so I already started taking all this apart, and then I went in the house purely because it started to rain, and it looks like it's going to rain again today. So I have a habit of not googling. I have a habit of just poking and pushing and prodding, and this is how you get this piece off. Not so much poking and prodding, just more like pulling and poking. Now obviously, although this car is in fantastic condition, it's still a very old car, so I need to be sure I don't break any trim. Right, there we go, there's that piece off. So I've got so much trim to put back on. I took these off yesterday and I've slept since then. So see bits like this, that's just like, it's not rust, it's nothing wrong with it, it's just like a bit of water's got in there and it's created a little tiny rust area. Same as here, little tiny rust area. It's not rust, it's just surface rust. Now I could have gone to town by getting all this. This is original grease, this is from when they built the car. Not grease, but you know, that kind of, I don't know, whatever they stick between the panels to keep it glued together, that stuff. Seam glue. Anyway, so I've cleaned all this. This is where the air box is going to go through. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the engine bay is detailed. Now, before anybody says anything, I haven't used any silicone. I haven't used any ice blasting or nothing. I've just used my hands, which are very red and very cut, for getting in all the gaps. Now, again, before anybody says anything, yes, it isn't perfect. I didn't want to make it look like, you know, it left the factory. I wanted it to be kind of aged, if you know what I mean. That's just an excuse because I couldn't get in everywhere, but I'm going to go with it. So as you can see, not hiding anything. All behind there is lovely and clean. In there is clean. There's some cobwebs down there, but I can't get my hands down there. The thing is, I don't want to be too vigorous because I don't want to dislodge any wires or nothing in case something goes wrong and I've got to try and pinpoint where the problem is. All this is lovely, and the fact that it hasn't cracked or peeled off, it's still good. It's lovely. And like I say, I haven't used any silicone. I've just left it with natural plastic. There are areas that I've missed that I've got to get to, but for now, I mean, it's night and day from what it was. I'm quite happy with it. I am. All down there. All down there. I've cleaned all this in here too. This headlight's done. This indicator area's done. I just haven't got the indicator lens in yet. I'm still yet to do this side. As you can see, not the cleanest. So yeah, I'm still yet to do down here. Now, there's one area that concerned me a little bit, but I'm getting there. See, down there you can't really see, but down there's a lot of dirt. And I'm trying to get to it. It's very tight, but I've got most of the dirt out. Next plan of action is to, I've cleaned all this bit here, is to clean all this and all that. That's terrible. I've got to sort all that out. But yeah, as a whole, as you can see, it's getting there. Definitely better than it was. And I'm quite happy with it, really. Took some doing today, but it's certainly getting there. So I've not really been recording or documenting much of what I've been doing today because I've just been doing it. The last thing I've been thinking about is recording. Now, that doesn't really work for you that's watching, does it? It doesn't. You don't really see or get to see what I'm doing, only like the after kind of, and I think that's a bit unfair, so I do apologise. I've done all the plastics at the back, put all the plastics back on. This particular area is terrible. Still, it's terrible. It was terrible, and I have gone to town on it, and it's still terrible. I need to remove this, and I need to remove all this plastic. All of this needs to be removed, and the window needs to be replaced because the window's terrible. So whoever put that window in needs a slap because they're idiots. Yeah, it's night and day transformation considering what it did look like. All the plastics are in. This window is terrible. You can see I mean, all this is just, it's just horrible. This lets it down. No matter what I do to this car, this is going to let it down. So I've detailed the engine bay the best I can, because I mean, I can't be bothered mode, but it's come out nice, as you can tell. It's not bad at all. It definitely looks better than it did. So my plan now is to finish this light, because I haven't done it yet. And inside there, clean all this up, and then close the bonnet, and then detail underneath here. As you can see, this still hasn't been detailed, and then once I've done that, I'm going to go over the whole of the car. It's quite cool today, so this probably would be the best day to give it a little bit of a polish. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that, because I kind of want to finish these episodes, because this is like I've been on this for over a week, over 2 weeks. I just want to get it done now. I want to get it done, get it gone, get it sold, get it gone, and then move on to something else, because I am bored now. I'm bored. It's a novelty at first, then it gets to the point where you're like, yeah, boring, moving on. So I'm bored now of this thing. Let's carry on cleaning. Well then, she's detailed all in there, as you can see. These lights are terrible for taking out. A lot of ball ache to get them out, but yeah. So let's put the lens in. Looking fantastic, ladies and gents. Right then, now what we're focusing on is this very tired looking dry grille. Now I don't really want to detail it on the car, because I want to get in all these gaps here, so I'm going to attempt to get it out. And it's got, so I'm very used to taking grills off, because I've done it a lot on my American Dodge Rams that I've had over the years. The only problem is these might chew, so I've got to be very careful. Spray a bit of WD-40 on them and hope for the best. You will always inevitably have, when it comes to taking grills off, is the bonnet catch. Sometimes that is connected to the grill, and in this particular grill, I believe it is. So this is what I don't like, because like the Dodge Rams, if you don't put the catch on properly, she doesn't shut properly. Oh, the locking mechanism is not connected to the grill, which is beautiful. Right then, I should have done this before I did this, because all this is going to go on this, and this is going to annoy me. So I'm doing it very carefully, because I don't want to get all this on here. So yeah, I'm going to do this without holding the camera, because it's just going to take me forever. So we'll be back in a second. So here's the after. Not the greatest, but this is very dry, and there's nothing I can really do about it. But it definitely looks better than it did. Now, does it close? Yes, it closes. That front end is starting to look recognizable. That's the one. Definitely. See, the camera does not do it justice, but it's definitely looking like a 36,000 mile car. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying not to prolong this car kind of rejuvenation. So I have polished the bonnet, and I've used extra gloss protection from the good old Auto Glym. Okay, a lot of you are going to go, don't use that, but I've really cut this back. But it's hazy as hell. I mean, it is bloody terrible. You can't, I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. It looks lovely and shiny, but it's just hazy as hell. It needs a good cutting back and polishing. It's where all the crap has just sat over it for all the years. There's a stone chip, stone chip, stone chip, stone chip, stone chip, stone chip, stone chip. I don't know how far I want to go with this car. I haven't polished all this, but I don't know how far I want to go with it, because it's one of those cars that if you want to get maximum return on it, you got to spend maximum money on it. Now this wheel looks fabulous, apart from the clear kind of where the water's got behind the lacquer and it's sat. It's terrible. This wheel here though, this one is by far the worst wheel on the lot. It is just awful. But that's going to cost me a further £200 to get them all refurbished, which will make this car a night and day transformation. Although the front end looks unrecognisable considering what it was, it's just everything else. Yes, I'm getting bored of it, as I mentioned earlier, and when I get bored of things, I kind of just like leave them until I'm no longer bored, then I go back to them. Now this is a car that I can't leave and go back to. I need to get it clean, get it done, get it sold. So I've got to get the registration, still waiting for the logbook, but I've got the green slips. I've got to get the registration, then I've got to insure it, although I don't want to insure it, but I've got to insure it. Then I've got to put it in for an MOT, and then we're going to go from there. So I'm going to give it a good polish. I'm not going to record it because, well, I don't know, should I record it? Do you really want to see me polishing a car in super fast mode? Maybe. And then once it's all done and polished and there's nothing really much more to do other than paint correction, I will book it in for an MOT and then see what happens. Yeah, it looks brilliant with that registration plate on the front end though. So we've fitted the number plates around. There are a bit of rust areas there, but that's obviously down to the bolts rusting. But she's really coming along now, ladies and gents. Yeah. Obviously the last thing we need to do is the wheels. Interior's done. This is the best side by far because this was the driver's side, and drivers keep their sides clean and tidy. passengers don't tend to care an awful lot about the doors hitting things. But yeah, the last thing to do is the wheels. This one doesn't even need doing, it's lovely. But yeah, we are getting there very slowly though.